He's never fought us. Not us united.
My favorite moment in the entire... Maybe I should complicate this before I start speaking here.
All right, welcome to Comics League Indie Wednesday. I'm Jared, and today we're talking about King Spawn, number 17. Now, for a little bit of context, recently Todd McFarlane launched his Spawn universe, which has like many sub-books of Spawn. Spawn is his premier superhero. It's the idea that you have Al Simmons. He's a Black Ops operative who is betrayed, gets dragged down to Hell, makes a deal with Hell to return to Earth as the Hell Spawn. For him, the whole thing is instantaneous, but it's been 5 years. He comes back and actually uses his powers to help people. So he's kind of going against the devil on that one. So in this issue, King Spawn number 17, script and plot by Sean Lewis with some script by Todd McFarlane and art by Javi Fernandez. So this is taking place during a war between heaven and hell on Earth. And it's so cool. I love the way this art is depicting it. Depicting the battle. We see a lot of returning characters like Terry, Al Simmons' best friend, who later married his Simmons' wife during the 5 years that he was Spawn was dead. So there's this whole idea that there's this terrorist group called the Psalm 137, and what they are, they're essentially a religious cult that wants Spawn to ascend to the throne of King Spawn, and that's going to bring about the end times. Spawn obviously doesn't want that. So basically, this issue is just a lot of fighting. Number one, where it shows like some of the soldiers of heaven and hell fighting, which is between like Brimstone. I think what his name is Brimstone. Yeah, Brimstone. You have Morena. You have Disruptor. There's so many different characters here. There's Behemoth as well. Spawn versus Behemoth is like this epic fight because Behemoth is like this ginormous like bull guy that wants to kill Spawn, to the point where, okay, Spawn takes out the guy's arm, and then the dude takes a piece of rebar or like a steel girder and puts it in the stump of his arm. That way he has like a bludgeoning tool. It's just so hardcore. That's the thing about Todd McFarlane's Spawn that I like so much. Everything is so hardcore. It's like Donny Cates' Venom and Snyder's metal and death metal. That's why I love these books so much. They're so cool. And really, this book is basically hinting at a lot of interesting ideas, like Spawn becoming King Spawn is actually a bad thing. That is interesting there. And let's see, what else does it reveal? Well, really is that this group has been around for a while and has orchestrated a lot of what happens for Spawn. And apparently, the whole idea is that Spawn has to open up these dead zones, which could be good, could be bad. But I like how it goes back and forth between the battle of heaven and hell, and the way, and honestly, the way that Sean Lewis really writes action and essentially the dialogue and the internal dialogue with Spawn, Behemoth, Terry. He does a really great job with this. And really, yeah, I'm not going to go into the plot because I don't want to. I know it's a little late for spoilers, but that's typically not what I do for reviews, because if you wanted to read the book, if you wanted the plot of the book, I just do that. But the point is, what I like about the Spawn universe, again, is that it's establishing something for everyone, which in a world where Marvel and DC are not exactly performing up to standard, let me put it that way, it's nice to have these alternatives, because if you like this interconnected universe idea, but don't like what Marvel and DC are doing, you have Spawn, you have all these different items. And honestly, again, Spawn, I think, never disappoints when it comes to like art. even in like the Spawn Batman crossover that I have, a lot of people, I mean the older one, a lot of people when they read that book go, okay, the plot is bonkers, but the art is fantastic. Because in the Spawn Batman, or like I think it's actually Batman Spawn, the one that's canon to the Dark Knight universe, it's Todd McFarlane drawing. Of course, it's going to be really good. Or in like the newer Spawn Batman, it's Graham freaking Capullo, of course. But again, I really enjoy what this book is putting out with the war, and I like all the unique character designs that they throw in, and that's another thing that I really like about McFarlane and really Image in general. They always have really unique character designs, and I feel like that really adds to the lore, and it adds to the enjoyment of the art itself. Because if a book has good plots but not good character design, that's going to distract a lot from the plot, and you're not going to be able to, number one, understand what the hell is going on, but also it's going to like make you put the book down. You could like the plot, but be like, nah, I don't like how any of these people look. Literally no one here that was in this issue none of the characters in this issue, I think, have bad character designs. They all look badass, befitting of their role. Like Behemoth, he looks like something that would work with a group that wants to bring about the end times. Of course, Spawn looks his usual badassery. Then you have the armies of heaven and hell. It just looks really, really dope, and I'm very much enjoying this. I'm glad I picked this up for my LCS. Anyway, that's where I'm gonna go with this week's Indie Wednesday. Next week, I may talk about the Scorched issue that I got, which is another book in Todd McFarlane's Spawn universe. It's really good. If you guys have any indie books that you want to see reviewed, let me know. I plan on bringing on Sidekicked and maybe a few more like most likely soon, a little more Invincible, a little more regular Spawn, and some Cyberfrog when book 2 launches. Can't wait for that. Anyway, stay heroic, everyone, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks. Bye-bye.